Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Welcome to Small Family, Small Budget. I am Samantha. Welcome. So, this is part 2, the meals of my $25 challenge, which is having salt, pepper, and either a fat or oil, and I picked butter. So, here are some disclaimers. We do not eat beans. I do not like the texture of beans. And to make my own refried beans, it would have a lot more fat than just a butter. And that did not fit into the budget. So I went away from the whole rice and beans and did a whole different kind of aspect. So please do not beat me up on that. I know that rice and beans are very cheap and they are very good for you. So you could do rice, beans, lentils, and go that route, and it will be very filling and all that. Go for it. This is supposed to be an encouragement to help new people that are moving in, that people that don't have a lot of money to be able to still be able to eat for the week for their family. So I have a family of 3. There's my husband, my son, and I. So I was doing a challenge to see if I could do it and not touch any of my food that I already have in the house, except for salt, pepper, and butter or margarine. So that was what I was doing. So if you want to catch the shopping aspect and my shopping haul, I'll leave that in the description box for you. If you like these kind of videos, hit the likes up button and subscribe if you had not already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any challenges that I might do. I greatly appreciate it. It keeps me going. Just to let you know, I do like doing challenges. It keeps me on my toes. So, we do not have any food allergies except for I do not like the texture of beans, and I am allergic to jalapenos. So that's the only things. Everyone can eat. I mean, we do have pickiness. Like my son's picky about veggies. My kid's husband's picky about stuff. So I have to kind of go around the pickiness. But whose family's not picky? And if you're not, congratulations! So on to the meals. And I'll show you what I did with them. So just to recap, I got chicken leg quarters for $5.99 as the bulk of it. It was 10 pounds. I got potatoes, carrots, garlic, Italian seasoning, a package of a pound, I think, of noodles, bouillon cubes, sour cream, cream of chicken soup, milk, eggs, pancake mix syrup, and maybe a couple other items that I've forgotten about already. So, don't miss the haul. I'll leave that in the description box, as I said before. But let's see what I made out of those. Good morning. So I put some of the pancake mix in a bowl. I have my water I'm going to mix with. And I don't measure. So I just pour the water as I go. Here's my syrup I will use when I'm done. My butter that I will put on my pan for it. And here we go. I'll put music on while I'm making it. This will be our breakfast with my melon that I'll cut up and show you how I cut it up too. And this will be our breakfast. And I'll throw an egg here and there during the week for all 7 days. this counter. The melon for the week. I couldn't believe it was on sale for 99 cents. I was like, yes, score. Right when I was doing a challenge. What is it with the melons being half rotten? Wait. The rest of the pancakes. Okay, so this is going to be our breakfast for the first 4 days, and then occasionally the last 3 days I'll have an egg, or somewhere in between there'll be an egg. So there you go. There's breakfast. Alright everyone, welcome. So I'm just prepping my garlic. So I got this whole head of garlic for 44 cents. I'm going to use my Ninja to chop it up. So I'm going to prep it. I don't like garlic on my hands and smelling all day long. And then I'm just going to pour it in here. So I'm probably not going to be that much, but you hear I'm just going to put music on. So you'll watch and have music because my dog will go crazy once I put the Ninja on. Now we're going to keep these for our bone broth. So I'm actually going to put these in a baggie. go. There's chopped garlic, and I don't have to worry about chopping it myself. I'm just going to put a little water in it so it'll preserve it a little bit longer. And there you go. Just like if you buy it in the store, but it's already chopped up for you. Now I have my own. And I'm going to use it all week for different meals. Okay, so this is one of our dinners. I am going to make spaghetti sauce. We have butter, tomato paste, our garlic and our onion, garlic in our water that we chopped up, Italian seasoning, water, and then salt and pepper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, closer to 2. Get my pan warm. I want to kind of brown the butter. As that's melting and browning, I'm going to put about a teaspoon to tablespoon of garlic. Ooh, that might be a little high. I kind of want to brown add about 2 cups of water to that. And then a whole thing of tomato paste. And we might need to add more water as it goes, which is fine. But we'll see how it goes. Now this time, we're going to whisk it and add on 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And a half. 1.5, sorry. And we're going to whisk it all together. sure that seasoning's well in there. And we're going to bring in about a teaspoon or two of pepper and salt. Okay. We're going to let this come up to a boil. And then we're going to taste and see if it needs any more seasoning. Alright, now it's bubbling. You get a spoon. We're going to let it simmer a little bit. So I'm going to bring it down to a simmer and let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And it should thicken up a little bit to a sauce. So it's really watery. And that is our spaghetti sauce with just a little bit of butter, salt, pepper, which was my basics. And then with what I bought, was Italian seasoning, garlic, and tomato paste. And I have for less than 50 cents, because my can of tomato paste was 42 cents, and I used that much of, 1.5 things of seasoning, and only about 1 teaspoon of garlic. And I have way a lot of garlic left to go with meals. So let that simmer, and I'll put a top on it and let it go. Ow, ow. Alright, there we go. There's my sauce. It's a little thicker, and then I'll go over my noodles. And then there we go. Okay, so I drained my noodles. Now I'm going to put my sauce, homemade sauce in, and mix it around. So, I have too much sauce. Oh well. We'll just take the noodles out like this, and I'll have a slotted spoon instead when we serve, and then we'll eat it that way. And there you go. There's my very cheap spaghetti for dinner one. Good morning. So I'm going to take about I don't know, 25 carrots. We'll snack on these all week. And cut them in half. Just so they're bite size. Oop, there goes one of my dogs that have it. That's a baby one after this. That's a black spot. That's a black spot. And I'm going to cut a potato. I'm just going to do one. I took out two, but I think I'm just going to cut one. Just to remind you guys that I have a 8-year-old and me and my husband only. So this is enough veggies for us for a meal. It's no big deal because we're splitting it. So we have about 25 carrots and one big potato. Alright, so one big potato and then 25 carrots. I'm going to put 2 melted teaspoons of butter, or 3, in here. So, and then I'll show you what else I do. I had not even gone through a whole stick of butter this week. So I just used like 2 here, 2 there, 2 here. This is the only stick of butter I've used all week. Just so that you guys know. So, what I'm going to do with the butter is I'm going to put our garlic in, or my garlic that I used. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. About a teaspoon or so. I'm going to put a cube. I'm going to break it up with a hammer. And then I'm going to put the rest of my taco seasoning, because I only used half of my taco seasoning, in with this to taco it up. All of it. Including the seasonings on the bottom. And then I'm taking 2 of my very large thighs and putting it on top. That leaves 2 more in the bag for me to deal with lunch today. But this will cook on low for about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. And then I will pull the chicken off the bone and then mix it up. And it's going to add a little bit of broth to it. And we'll have kind of like a taco potato soup with chicken in it. And we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I'm going to cut up my potato for this meal. And I washed it. And I want to cut it. Probably my peeler knife would probably be better. the and I'm just gonna try to make it kind of uniform, but I'm not the best at it. So kind of like chunks. I need to cut them smaller. So I need to sideways it. Yeah. Do the same with this one. We're keeping the skins on so we get a little bit more nutrition. And then taking some of the baby carrots, probably about 7 to 10 of them. I'm just going to chop those up with it. Probably in thirds, just so they're bite size. See? Just toss them in. It'll be more potato than anything else. I'm going to use just salt and pepper and butter for these. I'm going to melt my butter before I pour it on because I don't have oil. So about 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter. And just sprinkle salt over it. Some pepper. Kind of drizzle the butter and mix. So it's all coated. And this will take a little while because they're both. This will take a while to cook because they're both root vegetables. So it's going into the oven for 45 minutes to an hour for 350. And then I'm going to chop up my chicken and I'm going to put some Italian seasoning on it. And then It's going to go in for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then that's supper. I'll show you the end effect. I took some shredded chicken in the half of the taco seasoning, and made taco shells with flour and water. They came out a little breaky apart, but it worked fine, like tostadas. Alright, so just so you guys know, this is all I have left for my challenge. About half a box, maybe a little bit more than half a box, of pancake mix. All the legs left from the thighs and leg mixture that I cut all the legs off. I only used the thighs, y'all. So I have all 8, 10 legs or whatever. I have broth left. I have all that syrup, all this flour. I have a third of a box of noodles left. Half my sour cream. About half to a third of cheese. Only used 4 eggs. There's a little bit of taco meat left, chicken taco meat. There's about 1 serving of the chicken tetrazzini left. So those will go back in the freezer. And so this will make 2, maybe 3 more meals for meat-wise. I could eat on that, or we can eat on that for about 2 more weeks if I make pancakes. And I'll use eggs. So $25, and this is what I have left that will roll over for weeks on end. There you go, guys. All right, so how do you guys think I did? Tell me in the description box how you think I did. I did not hit my $20 that I originally set for myself. Y'all, prices have gone up on some of the things. Like, I thought, like, I would be like, okay, 50, 75 cents for this and that. No. But it's okay. I still made it under $25, and I'm okay with that. We'll see, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye now. Okay.